India is under world's largest lockdown ever. 1.3 billion people have been ordered to stay at home to self-quarantine to contain the spread of COVID-19 virus. It's indeed a great move. But what about our testing strategy? Are we testing enough? As per ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research, we are only testing the people who have travelled internationally in last 14 days or somebody who came in contact of someone who is coronavirus positive. And hence, we don't know who among us is silently carrying the virus and spreading it. Most experts believe that stage 3 will happen in India. But when it will happen, are we ready to tackle it? Now is the time we must learn from the mistakes of few of the countries, or we can learn from a country who very significantly and very tactfully handled and checked the spread of virus in their country. Take a look at these numbers. On February 15th, Italy had just 3 positive cases, and today as we are talking, it's worst affected country in the world. They had 80,000 positive cases and more than 8,000 people have lost their lives. If you take an example of United States of America, on February 15th they had 15 positive cases and today it has more than 85,000 positive cases and more than 1,300 people have lost their lives. On the other hand, if we see South Korea, on February 15th, Korea had 28 positive cases and today they have checked the number of positive cases to 9,000. So what does South Korea did right? They did mass testing. South Korea was one of the first few countries got affected after China. They equipped themselves at the very beginning to conduct mass testing. They have conducted more than 2.5 lakh tests, as many as 10,000 tests per day. They have conducted 4,000 tests per million people. While Mr. Trump was dismissive about the virus, about the lockdown and the self-quarantine, which led to very poor testing even in America. The same mistake has done by Italy, Spain and Iran. If we talk about India, so far we are among the poorest ratio of testing in the world. We have done around 15,000 tests only. We are doing 5 to 10 tests per million people. And that's why it's alarming. We can't afford to do the mistakes which most countries have done. The idea is not to create the panic or fear, but we can't afford to become the second Italy. Some of you may argue that considering the huge population of India and only 700 positive cases with 20 deaths, the number is not large. But are these numbers true? We don't know because we are not doing mass testing. And now is the time when we must conduct mass testing and stop the virus to enter the stage of community transmission, because that's the stage where the number shoot up exponentially in most countries. So now when we are self-quarantining ourselves at our homes, we must wish that we get our testing strategies right too. Stay healthy, stay at home and keep your fingers crossed. Thank you.